All right, Chyna Vonne is joining me right now. How's it going? China, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, how's it going?
Everything's good.
Well, thank you
Can
so.
you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you just fine. Um, thank
Okay.
thank you so much for being on the show this evening. I truly appreciate it. Happy holidays to you.
Same to you.
So, I been a fan of yours for quite some time. I've heard of you through some mutual friends. One in particular is a fellow female hip hop artist by the name of Venomous.
Okay.
So y'all done shows together. I think y'all done like a cipher together or something like that. Um, so that's how I heard of you, and then I've heard your music through Spotify and things like that. And salute to you, salute to Venomous, all the independent female hip hop artists out there that's doing their thing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's go ahead and begin. How did you get started as an artist? How did it start off for you?
Well, I guess it kind of came out of nowhere. I was into poetry for a long time growing up, writing, and I used to love singing. But I'm not a strong singer, so that was just kind of something I liked to do. I got into rapping. It was actually a contest when I lived in Virginia. There was a contest on a radio station, and you had to rap 16 bars, and they had like little rules and stuff, but it was for some Lil Wayne tickets. Now, growing up, I was an R&B head. I actually didn't grow up on a lot of hip-hop, but I always, ever since I was 11 years old, I've been in love with Wayne. So when they had the contest, I was like, oh, I got to win these tickets. So I wrote a little corny little rap. I was about 17 years old. I wrote a corny little rap, and I actually won the contest because I followed the rules. And it was a moment of hearing myself back on the radio and hearing my voice where I was like, oh, this is cool. I think I might want to do this. So I started writing. And, I mean, it was years and years and years of writing before I really took it seriously. I really got out there starting to write music and do more back in like 2012, 2013. And then more recently, the end of 2016 to now, I've been really taking it seriously and just putting myself out there as a rapper. But it really all started from a radio contest.
That is very interesting. As far as you just did it just to get the tickets, and
Yeah.
you win, and then it's like all of a sudden, wait a minute, I think I have something going here. I think I might want to be a hip hop artist all of a sudden. Usually, the poetry for most people do leading to, being an artist here and there. But you just did it just to get tickets, and that's
Yeah.
it's a blessing in disguise, as people like to say. That's a blessing
Absolutely.
in disguise, and that must have been Lil Wayne Carter 2, Carter 3 days.
Oh,
when
yeah, yeah.
when he was
Way, yeah.
yeah, that was when he was on everyone's song, everyone's remix. Very, very busy Wayne. Prime Wayne, pretty much.
Right.
But it was nice for him to settle his situation with Cash Money. And now he can do whatever he wants. He got Carter 5 out,
Absolutely.
and he's a free man. That's basically what not only he's a free man, but he can do what he wants to do. Pretty
Yep.
much. So it's a nice to hear Wayne out there and doing what he does. For you in particular now, who are some now as you was transforming into the hip hop side of things, who do you consider like your influences as an artist? Those that have inspired you.
Wayne. I always get asked that same question, and it always goes back to Wayne, because if it wasn't for Wayne, I wouldn't be rapping in the first place. But just his style of rapping and just being free and saying what the heck he wants to say, but doing it in a smooth kind of way to where, like, his metaphors and the things that he says will sometimes make you stop and be like, oh, did he just say that? A fan of punchlines and metaphors and really making people think when you rap is pretty much kind of where I am. When I rap, whether I'm writing a song or whether I'm just, doing a 16 on the beat or something like that, like, I always want to make someone think about what I'm saying. Saying words, anybody can say words, anybody can talk, but doing it in a craft where you're saying it's kind of like, it is an art form, but you're saying it in a way to tackle their minds and make them think twice about what you're saying. You don't want them to get it off back. You want them to think about it. Like, oh, did she just say that? Or what does that mean? Like, there's times where I've had people like, what is that supposed to mean? Or what does that mean? And, while people say, oh, well, you can lose fans like that, or you can lose a listener because it goes over their head. I mean, to me, the listeners that I want to listen to my music are people that can understand it, people that will take the time to sit there and try to dissect the song. So Wayne is definitely a person of influence that, as far as hip-hop, because even as I started transitioning, starting to be a rapper, I really didn't really know where to begin. I just knew that I liked it. I liked writing. I liked, taking words and putting them on beats, but I really didn't know what I was doing. So I did listen to a lot of Wayne. At the time when I first really got into it, Nicki Minaj was a big, that's when she was really coming up. And because she was, Wayne's protege coming up, I kind of followed behind her. But I followed behind her in a way where I felt like sex had to sell. It had to be sexy. It had to be this. I was following behind her, the Lil' Kims. And I thought that that's what being a female rapper was about. But it wasn't until I came back, like I said, back in 2016, where I decided I don't have to be like anybody else. I just want to say what I want to say and get my word out there, get my message out there. It doesn't have to be sexy. It doesn't have to be about, raunchiness. It could be about anything. And I kind of just took a turn and started really just doing what I wanted to do. It really wasn't influenced by anybody to take that turn. But coming up, it was definitely Young Money, Cash Money, that were big influences in me really getting started and following mode or following suit behind. But like I said, I didn't grow up on hip. Even to this day, my iTunes mix is way more R&B than there is hip hop. It's crazy.
So you like the 90s R&B, 80s R&B?
I'm a 90s. I grew up in the 90s, so I'm definitely a 90s R&B head.
I'm an 80s baby, but I do love me some 90s R&B though.
Yeah.
112, Jagged Edge.
Oh yeah.
Usher, Total, Escape. Usher was probably my favorite R&B male artist, and I guess for females, Mary J all day.
Oh yeah, yes, that's the tune right there.
My sisters put No More Drama on repeat when that first came out. They listened to What's the 411, and she's still doing it after all these years. I did see a video of her doing these random dance moves, and she was just in the moment. Like, she didn't care. People just like, hey, go Mary, go Mary. It was like she had no care in the world. She just going, she like Little Duval. She's living a good life.
Right.
That was, yeah. And 90s R&B, that was a great time for love and just breakups and things like that. It was that time. I need the 90s R&B to slowly but surely make a comeback in 2019 or something. I need that. So for female hip hop artists, there's Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, MC Lyte, Da Brat, Queen Latifah. Some went the sexy route, some didn't. And and it feels like even when artists like Nicki and Cardi, they doing their thing. You know, hip hop is a male dominant genre, and these female artists have to work twice as hard. From your experience as a hip hop artist and going to shows and doing songs and things like that, what do you consider the biggest challenge for you as a female hip hop artist?
Getting people to look past the exterior. I go a lot of places, and usually when I'm done, I always get the same kind of comments. Oh, you bad and you can rap, or oh, you're pretty and you can rap. And I just want to get to a point where females, they can just be like, oh, you can rap. That's it. Why does what I look like or any of that have anything to do with my talent as an artist or, what I'm delivering? Because there's a lot of females out there who go overlooked just because they don't have an image or because they're not the sexy or whatever the case is. And I don't frown upon being sexy. I'm a woman. I'm a grown-ass woman at that. Mm-hmm. And if I want to be sexy, yes, I'm going to be sexy. But I don't want that to be like my forefront. I don't want that to be the main thing people see. Most of my album or single covers and stuff like that, even my mixtape covers, I don't lead with a picture of myself. I don't put a picture of myself on it because I don't want people to go press play because they see a pretty girl on the cover. I want people to go press play because they're interested in hearing what I have to say versus looking at me. And, being a female, dealing with men in the industry, I guess females have the stigma and men have the stigma that in order to get things done, there's some type of exchange. I can't just pay a person to work in their studio. You come to the studio and they want to play games. They want more. They hit on you. And it's just like, I'm here for a professional situation. I'm here to get a song done. I'm not here for anything else. So I think just being a female and having to deal with just unprofessional guys for the most part in the industry is hard. And then just, people getting past the fact that, oh, you're a pretty girl. Okay, get over that. Now let's listen to my music. I'm sorry. I don't want to be the pretty girl that can rap. I just want to be a rapper. Even the connotation of female rapper. Yeah, I'm a female, but I'm just a rapper. I'm a rapper, and I don't feel like I should be in a different category because I personally feel like I can out-rap plenty of guys out there right now. So why do I have to be in a whole separate category? Why can't I just be a rapper?
Definitely understand where you're coming from, and I respect that. There's a lot of female rappers that settle for the whole sex side of things, and then there's women like Rhapsody, who I've become a fan of. She's lyrical. People look beyond her looks, and she's a very damn good artist. And it's and it's the respect thing. I remember when Eve had to battle rap guys and Rough Riders just to get the respect, and Rough Riders rolled with her, and she became one of the biggest artists of that label's history. And now she's on the talk, for crying out loud. I mean, I'm like, wow, who's that girl? That girl right there from Philly?
Right.
And I respect female artists that's there for the love of it, for the culture. And it's obviously, it's just a matter of, they can rap too. They don't have to be considered as female rappers. They could be just rappers. It's like people want to have a debate, like who's the best MC. People say J. Cole, Kendrick, but then when it comes to the females, like, oh, it's Nicki or Cardi. Like those two are good. They bring something different, but they both, like, why can't we just say Nicki and Cardi instead of Nicki or Cardi? It's and
I feel like they're in their own lane, and that's the difference. They always want to pin females against each other, and I feel like there are two different women who have two different styles, and why can't they both run the game? Why does there always only have to be, even on labels, if you look at industry labels, they only sign one rap female. You never get a label where there's 2 and 3 rap females. because there always just has to be one, and that's what I don't. There's a million guy rappers. There could be 75 in a room, but there always has to be one female.
That is very accurate throughout the years. It's like every big name label from Rockefeller had one female rapper.
Mhm.
Young Money, I mean, it was Nicki, and then they had Chanel West Coast, but she's not as big as Nicki, and it's just that's also a challenge in itself as well. Now, what do you have in store um, in the coming weeks to end 2018? What do you have in store? Music, shows, etc.
Actually, I am taking off. My birthday month has officially started December. It's a big year for me, and I've had a hell of a year. I put together my first event, and it was successful. And it's a new venture that I'm going to start leaning more into as far as throwing events for other independent artists. And I have another mixtape and stuff that's in the works that's coming in 2019. And the reason why I've been doing mixtapes versus albums and things like that is because I'm really, really trying to get more into tune with the business side of the music. So it's really just to appease fans, hear some music while I do what I'm doing over here, be patient. But I'm literally taking the month off. I have one show lined up, and it was something that I said that I was going to do a long time ago, so I keep my word. But other than that, I'm taking off. I deserve a break. Like I said, it's a big year for me. It's a big birthday, and I'm just taking a break. 2019 is going to be so much bigger and have so much planned and so much in store. So really, for the end of the year, I'm hanging out. I'm chilling. I'm just kicking it. Everybody can listen to the last mixtape that I dropped. Enjoy what's already out there, but Chyna Vonne is disappearing until 2019.
That's cool. I can respect that. There's trying times and everything, and all the hard work that goes into it. And artists, they appreciate fans for listening, going to shows,
Right.
talking to them after the show, things like that. But every now and then, you gotta take a little breather. You gotta stay out of the limelight and regroup and just get yourself re-energized. So that's cool. So why don't you go ahead, promote your social media feeds, and where can listen to your music?
I am everywhere. You can literally Google Chyna Vonne, and you can find everything. But ChynaVonneMusic.com is your number one source where you'll find all my social media links. You'll find news, photos, whatever it is that you're looking for. It's all at ChynaVonneMusic.com. You can follow me on Instagram, Chyna Vonne Music. If you need to get in touch, ChynaVonneMusic@gmail.com. Or info@ChynaVonneMusic.com. It's so many ways to link with me. My music is on all platforms from DatPiff all the way to iTunes and Tidal, Spotify, Pandora. So yeah, Chyna Vonne is everywhere. There's only one Chyna Vonne, so if you Google me, you won't find anybody else. Yeah, just follow me, and I follow back because I like interacting with the people, that admire my music. So yeah, just follow me, follow my music, and you'll know who it is.
Well, Chyna, it was great having you on the show, and I do remember, the show that you was talking about last month. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
And continued success, and I'll definitely keep an eye on some Chyna Vonne for 2019. And and shout out to Venomous. Shout out to Lainey. Shout out to all the girls.
Shout out to all my sisters. I love every one of them.
So you take care of yourself. You have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
Bye bye. That was Chyna Vonne.